you getting on? This is another VeganSteven guitar lesson. I hope you're absolutely loving life. And if you're not, sure, why not? Give it a go. Alright, we're having a little go on... I'm very tempted to teach you this gorgeous pentatonic scale. But you know what, you don't have to wait for me. You guys can just Google that if you really want to. I'll be doing the pentatonic in a little while. Alright, so we got to go through our string names. Okay, let's go over how to hold the plectrum again. I know you guys think you know how to do it, maybe you do. Fist. Loosen that fist just till the first knuckle of your, the end knuckle there, where your nail is on your index finger, lines up with your thumb. Alright, so fist, letting it go a little bit, placing the plec in the hole. Alright, it's kind of a right angle. Just drop the guitar. That's kind of a right angle. Kind of. Alright? So it's pointing right into your body. That plectrum's pointing right into your body. And stay totally chill if you can, alright? Because damage happens when you get stressed. When you're tense, it's when you break your ass, alright? Okay? Let's have a go at tuning. Or will we? Here's a little E. So right now I'm doing tremolo picking. Alright, what's tremolo picking? Here's general picking. We're gonna have a go at picking some strings today. Alright, here's a plectrum. Just have a go at that E string. Now we're going down. Down, 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 down. Okay? We're mostly hitting the string with the side of the plectrum. I hope you can see the angle. The right angle here. Does that? Alright, that kind of, you're hitting the side of it. When you get really good, you'll just be going like this. You won't be doing any, so you'll be making minimal movement. It's generally kind of physics, isn't it? It was the most amount of action with the least amount of energy, or one of those things. Do you know? Right. So this is how fast you can go with only down strums, okay? Now down strums are like the go-to for every guitarist. They're fucking brilliant. Sorry for cursing. They're absolutely gorgeous. But I'm gonna see how fast I can possibly go with down strums. Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Now I'm gonna go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, which is, in theory, should be twice as fast. Yeah, okay, let's try it out. Down and up. There we have it. Just downs, just ups, just downs, just ups, and now treble picking, tremolo picking, I think it depends. Alright, so down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's good to practice this on all the strings, just while you're getting warmed up, you know. Only one hand, you can be doing your hair, you can be getting your VeganSteven hat ready, you can be checking out the VeganSteven signature, going, geez, I think I'll get another one of these. They're only €200 a pop. I think we missed, we're missing our text. Or are we? Alright, I don't know where it's going, we're just going to keep going. Down up picking, tremolo picking, alright? Now if you want, you can be, if you want to be super multitasking person, you can practice your chord shapes while you're practicing your tremolo picking, which again is just, this is the guitar here, this is the motion right here. Alright? You don't want to really don't be doing any of this stupid shit with your little finger. It's going to be limiting your whole body movements, alright? Having your little finger balancing on the guitar. Just don't be fucking around with that shit. It's going to fuck you up in the long term. By the way, I had to relearn how to play guitar 3 times. Because the first way I started learning guitar, I kind of just wanted to learn guitar as fast as possible because I was loving it so much. And then I started hurting myself. Couldn't play guitar for nearly the 4 years I was in music college because so much repetitive strain. Then I changed instruments, I had to start learning drums and vocals more because I couldn't play guitar because it was full of repetitive strain. I had to relearn how to play guitar without any stress and using very good techniques. So that way I can play guitar nearly all day, every day, consistently, without hurting myself. Because as everybody knows, VeganSteven is the king of not just controversy. Well, I don't know if I'm the current king of controversy, but I am the current king of consistency. Alright, here we go. Lots of this down and picking, it's so good. And then after a while you can start synchronizing the two hands by maybe fretting a note and then taking your finger off the note. So it'd be like, this is the 3rd fret of the big E string, by the way. So down, 3rd fret on the E string, and then up, open E, down on that 3rd fret, big E string, up on that open E. So a bit faster it would sound like this. Or how about, that's Jaws. That's the very 1st fret of the, so it starts off, you're fretting the very 1st fret of that big E string, okay? And then, so it's down, up, okay? So let's bring this up into the camera. We got down, 1st fret in the big E string, and then up, and you take your fingers off the guitar, okay? It's kind of cool. You can hide behind your couch and just be playing this real quietly. And freaking everyone. Good for that down and picking. Oh, that's kind of cracked. Alright. Just using, it's a semitone interval, minor 2nd I believe. 1st fret on that big E string, which is called F, that's the down pick, and the up pick is on the open E. Okay? Hours of fun, synchronize the two hands together. So, yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Can you see? I'm doing a bit of two-handed motion here. I think Guitar Hero, well, not Guitar Hero. Just thinking of ways you could possibly keep this, help improve. So stuff you can do is by, eating your dinner with the opposite hands you'd normally eat with, drinking your glass, your water out of a different hand you'd normally use to help build new neurological connections in the brain between your not so dominant hand and your brain, okay? Practice writing with your bad hand, as someone might say. Because all you're trying to do is, when you're learning an instrument, all you're trying to do is get rid of that middleman. Okay, do you know when you want to Google something and there's like a delay? You're like, what is a VeganSteven hat? Then you have to take your phone out of your pocket and then Google VeganSteven hat. That's the middleman, and then it'll tell you what the answer is, okay? So the more you practice, the faster that middleman will be, and you'll just go, what is a VeganSteven hat? And whoosh, done. You've already Googled it, you know what it is. On the same vein, if you play guitar for years, you can just be like, I want to play these 3 notes, and then you're like, where are those 3 notes on the guitar? There they are, grand, done. You just speed everything up, instant connection between the... It's just like being really fucking good at French or English. There's no like, what's this word I'm looking for? It's just bang. That's what all these hours of practice do. Woo! Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, all day long. I like just playing it on strings like little E, B, G, D, A, E. Man, you can just imagine that I am shite crack at a party because I have so much fun just playing open strings on a guitar. But it's cool. It's a bit of a party trick. I'm just going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Trying to show you that motion in the camera. There's very little motion here. You don't really want to be resting any of your palm on the bridge so much because it's just restricting that flow from your whole arm. It's like singing from your throat. Hopefully you're going to be starting the Vegan singing course very soon. It's like singing from your throat. You need the wind to come up through your diaphragm to resonate through your whole body. Because if you just sing from your throat, it's going to sound thin. Sure, it'll cut through the mix a little bit more, like the Bob Marley voice and so on. But you don't have the full opportunity. It's like only wearing flip-flops. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to wear different shoes. It's good to be versatile if you need, like, have the ability to be versatile so you're not restricted. You can still only sing with your throat if you want to, but to have that tool available in your box for one day, like, I can sing lots of different ways, because sometimes I mess up my voice and I have to sing using a different part of my voice, whether that's using, maybe my head voice will be wrecked and I have to use my chest voice, my upper register and my chest voice to kind of fool people. They sound almost the exact same, to be honest. I can't barely even tell. But yeah, when you're fucking, you have all the hours done, that's good. Alright, little E string. Come on, keep going, down, up, down, up, down, up. Up to that B string, up to that G. Now, I know a lot of you guys will just be going like this, and that's good. What I like to do is I like to hit the string and then rest my palm on the string afterwards, so I get this kind of rhythmic choking as opposed to this sustaining legato sound. It's more staccato, which means quick in Italian, I hope. Speeding up a bit. Okay. How are you guys getting on with the musical alphabet? It's a real flipping question. How's that going? Alright, so I'm gonna go with this musical alphabet. A, B minor. So again, 2, 3, and 6 are all minor. 1, 4, 5 are major. 7 is diminished. And what is it, a diminished chord? 2 minor thirds. Oh wait. 2 minor thirds put together. What's augmented? 2 major thirds put together. What's a major chord? When you get major interval and stack a minor interval on top. What's a minor chord? When you get the inverse of that, or opposite, which is when you get a minor interval and stack a major interval on top of that. Alright, if you're still hanging on, fair play to you. Okay. Musical alphabet. Descending. A flat, G. I'm singing the wrong notes. F sharp, F, E, D flat, D. Descending fret by fret. I'm on the 4th fret now. D flat, C. 2nd fret, B. 2nd fret, A string. 1st fret, A string. A sharp, B, C, C sharp. It's chromatic movement, by the way. D, D sharp, C, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Chromatic is when you go up semitone, 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 like. Okay. Chromatic movements. It's good crack. Alright, let's have a go at chromatic. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to try and either do down picks or down up. Now, we're going to need our index finger for this, which is finger 1. We're going to need our middle finger for this, which is finger 2. We need our ring finger for this, which is finger 3. And we need our little finger for this, which is finger 4. Alright, now we're going to do down, up picking on the big E string. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe we'll go back again. Alright? Just that chromatic movement, fret by fret by fret by fret by fret. There's probably a 3rd dot inlay marking on 3rd fret of your guitar, which your ring finger will be on. And here's what it sounds like first of all. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up. And after a while, you change the string like. We're just dropping down 1 string each time and then coming back up. How do I say this? Each string. So So once again, just gonna make the super simples. First fret, I could do this for hours honestly. And this is how you get flippin' slick, not sick. Achoo! Slick. Soliloquy, my new favourite word, or soliloquy, still not know. It's one of those words that rolls off the tongue. Alright, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, 1, 2. That's going to take a lot of practice. So hopefully if you're just starting off, it's going to sound a little bit like this. Index finger right up to that first fret. Alright, not touching the fret but right up to it. Make sure you have that posture. Make sure you have that bend in the first little knuckle, the first little knuckle where the nail is. I'm going to have to Google and find out the actual technical doctor's name for that. Alright, here we go. Down, up, index finger on the first fret. Up strum, middle finger on the second fret. Down strum, ring finger on the third fret. That's the fret with the dot on it. And I just picked it down. Up, pick on that big E string on the fourth fret with that little finger. Now we're descending. We got that ring finger on that third fret. Then we got that middle finger on that second fret. Now we got that index finger on the first fret. And now we're going up again using down, up, alternating picking. We're on that middle. Is that annoying? This is tuning. I don't know if any of you drive. You gotta kind of tune up the car, so it doesn't pull slightly to the left or right. And that's kind of what you're doing. You're syncing up. You probably know that sync button, on your PlayStation or Xbox. You press sync and you have to sync the controller with the fucking games console. That's all we're doing. Just syncing up the two hands because you can do this absolutely anywhere. Just syncing up those. This is the kind of stuff people would do, before they go on stage. Allegedly, sometimes people just have a beverage, a special beverage, before they go on stage. But other people, like VeganSteven, will be found backstage just fucking shredding away, sweating balls, going, "Oh my gosh, what if no one likes me?" You know yourself, we all have our own insecurities. Alright, so I'm just doing down, up, picking here, and just going up and down the frets. Okay, here I am. Okay, I'm going to stay on the first fret, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'm going to try moving it down the fretboard and back up the fretboard, okay? And when I say fret up and down fretboard, I don't mean rising in pitch, per se. I mean going down towards the floor. Which I know doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but hopefully it will make sense in a moment. So I'm counting, I'm going rising in pitch like this, down, up, down, up. Now, that's the classic, move we've been doing since the start of the lesson. Down, up. Index finger on the first fret, middle finger on the second fret, ring finger on the third fret, little finger on the fourth fret. Now the whole way as you drop down to the A string and do the same movement, that's all we're doing, the exact same movement, we're just dropping down one string towards the floor there, as if gravity is pulling us down. Alright, so down, down. Index, so we're going from the start. Let's do this together. Index finger on the first fret, middle finger on the second fret, ring finger on the third fret, little finger on the fourth fret of that big E string. Now, we're going to do the same pattern, same everything. We're just moving both hands down one string, from the big E string down to the A string. Okay, here we go. Index finger on the first fret of the middle thing. Alright, we're just going 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the big E string, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the A string, 1, 2, 3, 4 D string, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the G, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're descending, so going the inverse or opposite of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G string, D string, A string, big E string, okay? And then we can try it in triplets. Triplets. I'm just joking. Reminds me of when I was going to join a gym and they told me, yeah, it's just €300 there for the first month, and also you have to do 20 push-ups, otherwise we won't let you in the gym. And I was like, oh fuck, I can't even do one push-up. But it turned out they were just joking, and I never actually even went back to that place. But you look, that's another story for another guitar lesson. You came for the guitar lesson, you stayed for the gym story. Alright. Little E, B, G, D, A. Musical alphabet. Via string names. Okay. So keep practicing those chords while I'm here. Just normally a lot of guitar lessons, when I teach guitar lessons, a lot of it is me saying to the student, you do this down up thing, do it down the strings, up the strings, and we often spend the whole hour just doing that. And and I'm looking at the student, I'm like, okay, just change this angle slightly on this finger, and bang, the fret buzz has stopped, and you're getting this clear tone. And that's what's kind of been lost here in between when you do a lesson with someone over the internet and not in person. But the question is, I've had a lot of guitar teachers who didn't really know how to play guitar, so it was a bit frustrating. So yeah, I know it's a bit of a complex subject, but as I said, I'd recommend you check it, do a few guitar lessons with me, do a few with some other lad on YouTube. I don't know who I can recommend, to be honest, because I'm not well up on other generally, like, other videos on YouTube tend to be, a 5-minute little video on, like, oh, here's a scale, right? And they go like, here's pentatonic, and you're like, oh, that's flipping cool. And then, but you don't know how to use it in context and so on. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go, here's how you use a hammer. And just making sure you know every little thing. You can pull out nails with the back of the hammer. If you hammer in lightly, you do this. If you fucking do this thing with the hammer. I'm trying to make sure you know how to use every little detail of the hammer, like how to do some tricks with the hammer, how to flip the hammer and all this stuff. Just learn that basics in and out, because you know yourself, like, a hammer can be used for all great stuff, like fixing radiators, just banging TVs, fixing china, all sorts of good stuff. But a lot of the little tips are maybe lost in some YouTube guitar lessons. I don't know. So if you learn this technique, right, of going just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, syncing up all these finger movements with your brain, it's almost like eye-finger coordination, eye-hand coordination, but it's nothing to do with your eyes. So ideally, feel your way around and don't look at the guitar. Try not to look back at the right hand at all if you can. I understand completely, it'll take a lot of time. That's why we're keep jumping through while you're looking out the window, looking off into the sunset, be practicing these strings jumping around, big E to little E, big E to little E, big E to little E, because then you'll never have to look back. Think of how much time you're going to save not looking back at that sound hole on the guitar. You're just going to have to look at the fretboard if you want it, do you know what I mean? And then the more you practice without the more you practice you won't have to really look at the fretboard anymore, It's just handy, you save hours of time. The best advice I've ever gotten from online guitar lesson was Joe, what's his name? He likes taking LSD at Woodstock. Oh Jesus, Carlos Santana, Black Magic Woman. He said, people always ask me, what kind of guitar I have, what kind of VeganSteven hat I wear, all this stuff. He's on one of these master classes. Carlos Santana, he's one of the most famous guitar players of all time, bringing in some of those Latin rhythms and all this stuff. and they always say like, what kind of guitar were you using, what kind of pants did you have on, what scale were you using, and all this stuff. But they never ask what was I feeling while I was playing that note. Do you know what I mean? So it's like people are kind of missing the point. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's very deep for some people. But shut up. So keep practicing those down up strums. And that other strumming pattern we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Alright. So listen, you could listen to my whole course, right? Watch all the videos. VeganSteven course. Let's say 100 hours or something. But if you don't play along with the course, you may find it very difficult, especially if you're only getting started with the instrument. Like if you can play guitar already, kind of, just kind of fill in some of the gaps that maybe your guitar teacher forgot to mention to you, or maybe you didn't know, or whatever. You know, your violin teacher, or whatever background you're coming from. Yeah, that's the crack. That is the crack. We got our A minor chords. How are they getting on? We got our A chord. We got our D chord. We got our A minor chord. A minor, A major. How are you guys getting on telling the difference between your major and minor chords? Here's major. Here's minor. Here's major. 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 Here's minor. Minor. A minor, by the way. Minor. And so on. Alright, so if you can even just tell that an interval is major or minor, that's huge, alright? Major, minor, minor. That's kind of like the basics. If you can tell a chord is major or minor, if you're trying to sitting in your bedroom, right, and you hear fucking vinyl playing or whatever the fuck it is, right? You're trying to play along to it, and you hear a chord, and the only thing you can tell is if it's major or minor. That is huge, alright? Because if it's process of elimination, you figured out what key it's in somehow. We'll get into that. So if it's a major chord, it can only be one of 3 chords. If it's a minor chord, it can only be one of 3 chords. Now if it's a minor chord, it's most likely chord 6. If it's a major chord, it's most likely, could really be any of the big 3, but it's most likely 1 or 5, I would say. I'd guess. Alright, so once you know what key it's in, and if you can tell major or minor, it really brings down, there's a good chance you just hearing a song for the first time and being able to play along with it. Because if you hear a happy chord, it can only really be one of 3 chords. It's most likely one of 2. If you hear a minor chord, it can only be 3 chords, and most likely it's one in particular of those chords. You can even kind of use words like chord substitutions and pretend you meant to do it. Would you like to hear the VeganSteven secret for guitar soloing? This pretty much saves me every single guitar solo I do. You bend into the right note. Alright? It's a very cheeky move. But let's just say you go. And then you actually go, you hit that note, which sounds kind of good. But you just bend it until it's the right note. Oh, did I hit the wrong note? That's a tritone, I think. Bending into the right note. I think it's the 5th, not the flat 5th, so. No, sorry, it's not. It's a flat 7. Okay, who gives a flippers? So listen, unfortunately, we only have 20 seconds left of this guitar lesson. So try and stay motivated. Keep that guitar in sight at all times. Keep it tuned up. The video has just dropped, but we're gonna be finishing up. Don't be afraid to check out other teachers. Now, I would recommend, it's kind of handier just to stick with one. I'm kind of contradicting myself, but listen, it's a journey. Play whatever bits and bobs make you happy, even if it's just strumming the little E string or something. All right, over and out. Goodbye. You can